Welcome back, Sneaky Ninjas, to another episode of Superhoii 13 Please Feed the Beast. And, off camera, I did get... Why is that... Is it stuck? Oh, okay. I did get some more stuff, so now we have shiny ingots, which we will need to pulverize, which I'm okay with. And I hope you guys are okay with that, as soon as this is done pulverizing, of course. And I wanted to get those Tesseracts set up. Now, the one thing I did not account for was needing 2 Tesseracts, 1 for each end. So, right now, we only have 2 Ender Pearls. We will need 6 more. So, probably sometime during this episode, I will go off camera and I will get some of this stuff done for you guys. Okay, whatever. Crap. I forgot blaze rods. Okay. Well, I hate to do this right off the bat, guys, but I did forget to get a couple of blaze rods. So I will be right back with a couple of blaze rods so we can get that pyrotheum dust. Alright? I'll see you when I get back. Alright, Sneaky Ninjas, and we're back, and I did wind up finding a blaze rod, so that's good. And before this guy starts shooting fire at me, let's kill him. Will he drop a blaze rod? Probably not. Okay. Well, let's head back to the overworld before we kill ourselves again. Yeah. Let's do that. This sounds good. And you can see where our lava pump has been working because there is a divot right here in the lava. And this will eventually start looking like a whirlpool-ish sort of thing. So, be on the lookout for that because it shall be cool. Oh, I can't enter my inventory, that's right. Because, whoa, frame rate, okay. Now that we're back, let's pulverize this. You always want to pulverize your blaze rods because you will always get double. And you have a chance to get sulfur. So now that we've got that, we just need to pulverize some coal. Oh crap, I forgot. Okay. Coal. There we go. And we'll take that, and we'll make ourselves a blazing pyrotheum dust. There we go. Now that we have this and this, we'll be able to put it into our induction smelter, like so. Hardened glass, we're going to need that for a conduit. Should be pretty, or not a conduit, what am I talking about? We're going to need that for the frame, which we're going to need these for. And off camera, I did find some diamonds, so that's cool. Okay. Yeah, we're going to need more of that. Off camera, I also moved our quarry down a little bit. I ran out of conduits, so I just decided to move it to the other side because I didn't figure it was going to be that big of a deal if we moved it to the other side because we're going to mine out most of this area anyway. Speaking of which, I should probably check on this chest, see how we're doing there. Not actually too bad. Alright. Yeah, that looks good. Alright. Let's head back up to the surface. I do want to get one more of the... Excuse me. One more of these 1K storage drives so we can start importing more of our stuff into our ME system. And I don't need dirt in here. It can go in this barrel over here. Alright, looks good. Certus quartz, this, nope. Cobblestone? I have tons of cobblestone elsewhere. Why is that in there? Anyway, let's craft us up a... That's not right. There we go. Craft us up 1 Tesseract frame. We're going to need diamonds for that. Boom. 1 Tesseract frame empty. Now, in the last episode, if you remember, I was telling you we needed those ender pearls. So we have 1 bucket of resonant ender or liquid ender pearls. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this in here, and you'll notice that this bar here will slowly start filling it up, and that's filling it up with the Resonant Ender from in there. Now, the other thing that I wanted to do is get rid of these ugly hardened energy conduits. Now, in order to do that, we're going to need to go into here, and we're going to need to make ourselves a redstone energy. There we go. Redstone energy cell frame. Now, for this, we're going to need more of that hardened glass, so let's go ahead, pulverize us up some obsidian. Should be pretty cool. Put this stuff in here. I really want another one of those storage drives. There we go. Put that in there. Grab some lead. That should get us enough. That looks good. All right, let's throw that in there. That can also go in there. All right. 4 more hardened glass. And do we have electrum? Yes, but not enough. So why don't, since it's nighttime, I go off camera, hunt down some more Endermen. Actually, I'm going to need some food before I do that. But I'm going to go off camera, I'm going to hunt down some Endermen, and then hopefully by the time I come back, we'll have enough resources to actually start some cool stuff. So why not I do that real quick, and I'll see you guys in a few. Okay, Sneaky Ninjas, welcome back. I did find enough ender pearls, so hopefully if this frame rate would give me a break, so that hopefully we should be able to finish everything we need. Let me close some other windows outside of this. Wow, this is ridiculous. Come on, seriously? Stop doing this to me, please. There we go. That's much better. All right. So I did find 6 more ender pearls, which should be enough to get another Tesseract set up. And once we have that Tesseract set up, we'll be able to automatically start exporting power and importing items into our base, which should be pretty cool if you ask me. So let's get started on that. And I want to do this all on camera because I want to show you guys exactly how I plan on doing this. So let's go down here. I don't know if I can throw those in there. No, I can't. So I'll just throw this stuff over here. Can't toss any of that stuff in there. All right, so now what I'm going to do is grab some tin and get those other Tesseracts cooking. Whoops. Those in there. These in here. Put some of that in there. Looks good. Take those out, put those in. Shove these in over there. Can drop off these 2 things. Hardened glass. Another Tesseract, that's right. There we go. Put the diamond in there. And now that that's full, that's good. We're going to put our bucket in there so that gets filled up. Tesseract. Now, the other thing we are going to need for a Tesseract is bronze. So, how do we make bronze? Basically, all you do is you take copper and tin and you place them in the crafting table, just like that. And you get bronze ingots from forestry. Now, there are several different types of bronze ingots. I prefer using this because it's much easier to get than any other type of bronze in the game. So, do that. Shove all this stuff in there. Looks good. Alright, and since I'm about ready to start starving, I'm gonna eat some bread. Did I eat it already? Yeah, I did. Okay, must have had my eyes closed or something. Okay, now we've got this. And I'm gonna make us some more Indirium Blend. Now we're also going to need more of the Pyrotheum. So let's get that in there. Sulfur, put the sulfur here. Boom, more Pyrotheum. So let's go ahead, shove this in here. Get that cooking up. Okay, can't do that. Whatever, I don't care. I don't care. Okay, so, whoa. Okay, now that that's cooking up, we'll get this all set up and prepared in our crafting table, just like so. Then grab the rest of the Indirium out of there. And now we've got another Tesseract frame. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Let that get cooking up. And then Tesseract frame, bronze. I think bronze was on the outside, though. I don't remember for sure. And now we're going to put silver in there. Yep, there we go. Looks good. Whoa. And then we're going to need this. So, there we go. Now we've got our two Tesseracts, which is pretty cool. Now, what the Tesseract is going to do is it can supply 1 to 3 of 3 different things. Items, fluids, and energy. Now, in order to make it, let me get this other one set up by the down by the quarry, and I'll show you guys how this is going to work exactly. And I do not approve of you standing there, so get out of here, son. There we go. Looks like this is almost done. Oh, that's why I can't open it. There we go. All right. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take down these conduits here. And I'm going to place our Tesseract here. Now, I'll work on items in just a minute. What I'm going to do right now is tell this thing... Whoops, I need that. So I'm going to tell it to receive only items and receive only energy. Now, you have 3 different options on here. 4, actually. You can do send and receive. You can do send, or you can do blocked. So we want to block fluids because we're never going to use them. Now, the other thing you need to do is set a frequency for these so you can have multiple Tesseracts going to different things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up as our first frequency. There's also this security thing. It doesn't really matter in single player. I just always force a habit. I always go into here and do owner only. That means only I can access the frequencies on here with Tesseracts that I've placed down. And no one else can get into here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to label this one quarry. And I'm going to click on set frequency and save frequency. Save frequency saves the frequency we've set here. So frequency 1, it saves it in some file somewhere to where we can access this from any other Tesseract in the game. So now I'm going to tear down this, and then I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean by it's going to do things wirelessly for us. So we won't have to have all these conduits going everywhere. Now, don't get me wrong, conduits are great, but they're expensive to make, and when you have to keep making more and more and more and more and more of them, it gets old pretty fast, if you know what I mean, sneaky ninjas. Alright, now that we've got that completely taken care of, I'm going to switch this from outputting to the outputting to the bottom to outputting to the top. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this Tesseract here, and I'm going to put it on top here. So that's going to not do anything because this isn't sending anything. It's not on a frequency. Now, there's something fancy about these textures that I'll show you guys in a minute. The texture of the block indicates something very special. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go to owner only, and we'll see in here we have the quarry. Now, all I have to do is double click on this, click on set frequency. Once it has a frequency that's linked to something, the texture on here will change. As you can see, it changed from this gray texture to this, to this animated ender-ish texture. So now what this is going to do, oh, and the inside changes too once it's actually linked. So this means it's active, the outside means it's active, the inside means it's linked with something. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to, oh, the other one needs to be received. So I'm going to have this one send energy and receive items. So it'll be sending energy to our our quarry, and this will be, it'll also be receiving items from our quarry. Now, what I want to do is I want to get, do I have enough gold? Yes, I do. Do I have wood? No, I don't. Fortunately, I have some wood in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a, not a door. I'm going to make a chest. And I'm going to surround the chest in iron. And then I'm going to surround the chest in gold. Now, I don't exactly remember how to make a diamond chest, but I would like to know. Oh, that requires 2 diamonds, which we only have 1 of right now, so we won't worry about that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this up here, and I'm going to place an item duct right here that's going to constantly export items into this chest. Now, what I need to fix down here, as you can see, our quarry is running again because we set it up correctly. The one thing you do have to be careful of is you do have to make sure you have a conduit in between your Tesseract and your quarry. Otherwise, it won't convert between the 2 different types of power, RF and MJ, which the quarry can only accept MJ. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this from receiving items to sending items. And what I'm going to do is, I didn't bring those with me. Oh well. Did I have conduits? I do have conduits. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take down this chest and all of its contents, because they just exploded everywhere. And I'm going to move this, assuming I can get to it. Okay, let's see. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, we don't need any of this cobblestone. Whoa, no. Oh, I just threw gold down there, didn't I? I am a genius. So why don't I throw a whole bunch of this cobblestone out, and then I'm gonna go in here and try. There it is. So now that we have our Tesseract here, I'm gonna place it here. I'm gonna put the pneumatic servo back on that. Tell it to ignore again. So now what it should be doing, yes, and it does look like it is it should be sending items to our the chest on the other side. So now that we've got that set up, I'm gonna head up there and see how it's doing. Get all this junk put in here. That, and nope, I don't want that to go in there. So let's go back up and check and see how it's doing. So let's see, is it working? Yes, it is. That makes me very happy. Okay, just throw this stuff in there. So now we have essentially an automated way to get items to us. The only thing I want to do, or the next thing that I want to do, is get more drives set up in here, which I may or may not do off camera because you've already seen me do it once, and I don't want you guys to be bored with the same content over and over and over and over and over again. So I think in the next episode, what I'll try and do, or in between episodes, is I'll get this stuff set up, wait for the quarry to get some more items to us, and hopefully it should be good. Alright, guys. Unfortunately, oh darn it, I forgot to morph back into myself. There we go. Unfortunately, it is time to wrap up. I believe we did a whole bunch of cool stuff in this episode. So, yeah, that's cool. And in the next episode, we'll get automatic sorting and processing started. So now that we've got items coming in from the quarry directly, I'll start having them sorted into the pulverizer and redstone furnace so that we have automatic stuff. And hopefully I can start handling that with AE before too long so we can get this system to handle all of our processing. But until then, our other plan will work. So, this is Superhoii 13 saying it's time to wrap up the episode. I totally just tried to steal Dyro's 20's outro there. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and share the video because it really helps me out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Alright guys, I'll see ya, and remember, stay sneaky.